this is an amazing story that just gripped my heart. In 1921, there were two couples in a famous church in Stockholm, at the Philadelphia Pentecostal Church in Stockholm. I preached there years ago. And it was a great missionary church, and they sent out young couples all over the world. And in one particular missionary service, two young couples heard the call of God to go into Belgian Congo in Africa. David Flood and his wife, Sevilla. Sevilla, for 3 months, for about 2 or 3 months, was in a raging fever. There was nothing but malnutrition. But in the meantime, even with her burning fever, she ministered to a little boy. The only convert they had was a little boy who came from one of the local villages. He really gave his heart to Jesus, and he'd come every day with some kind of fruit and smile. And Sevilla, her whole life was wrapped up in that one little convert. She just ministered to him. And within a week, she was at the point of death. And just before Sevilla died, she whispered to David Flood, "Call her name Aina." A-I-N-A. And then she died. David Flood made a wooden box, and in a primitive grave on that mountain, he dug a hole and buried. But as he stood there, looking at his little boy and heard the cry of the baby in a mud hut, an anger, a bitterness began to well up in David Flood's heart. He said, "God, you have failed me. What a waste of life." He looked at the little casket. He put a little wooden cross. He said, "She was a singer. She gave her life. We've been here a year and a half, and all we have to show for it is one little boy who probably doesn't understand it anyhow." She said, "Daddy, that's okay. God took care of me." And he began to rage. He says, "God didn't take care of you. God failed us. God ruined our family. All we got out of it was a little boy who didn't even understand a word of it." And then she opened up the whole story. She said, "Daddy, that little boy became one of Africa's great missionaries." Told the whole story. And he said, "You're just telling me a story." He said, No, it's true. It's in the newspapers. It's everywhere now. Everybody knows about that boy." Tears began to flow down his eyes. And suddenly the Holy Spirit came upon David Flood. And the Lord restored him. The Lord restored David Flood.